All right,
now
what's going on? So,
car guys, car gals, what's going on? This is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
This is Frelin Arts, the subprime hero.
And you are here for a fresh episode of the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. We got a really special guest.
Yes.
We have some really special giveaways.
Oh, we do.
Have some really
it's going to be a great show.
News.
Oh, my goodness.
We are just really, really excited that we get the chance to have a night to brew some solutions with you. So do us a favor. Tag a car guy, tag a car gal, and let them know that you are brewing solutions tonight. And maybe they might want to hit the faucet a little bit and prepare themselves a cup to pour into whatever way they brew solutions or brew coffee, and get themselves ready to brew solutions with the subprime hero himself and the car guy and the very special guest that we have. And we are going to build him up, pump him up, and let you know all about him when we get back. But get ready to forgive, focus, fly with us. Get that tune in your head. Go ahead and get in rhythm with us. Get your snaps on. Get your forgive, focus, fly on. Just go ahead and hit that track.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit that track. I know we're a little bit early, folks, but make sure you share this out, because people, even if you come in a little late, you might miss some really good stuff. But once again, you can always see this later. You guys get ready, get set, and bingo.
Focus. Fly.
Keep rolling.
Car gals. Here we are, and
so
here
pumped.
you are.
Man,
so let's go ahead and get from behind the curtain the incredible, you might know him on the LinkedIn, you might not. And if you don't know, well, now you're going to know. The red glasses guy himself is here with us tonight. Freddie, please, without further ado, welcome.
What's going on, David?
Hey, let's go.
I love talking to Davids
All
around
right.
here.
Whoop, just dropped my pen.
Oh, snap.
Will you pick up that soap for me?
I got you. Watch it now.
I got it. All right, so
I'm done. Bye.
And we're out.
Good
And
show.
we're out.
Sheesh. All right, so guys, drop my good pen. It's my lucky pen, my mom block, right? So anyway, hey, hey guys, great night. We have David Munford here, man. I am excited to have you. This guy is a amazing person. He's got a great heart. He's out there on social media, especially on LinkedIn. I've been really catching up with him a lot on there. We've been talking. We've become friends on there. He's doing some amazing stuff, and he's just recently started a new podcast, and we're excited to have him on here to talk about that and much more. But his podcast, Seeing Red, what a cool name. He's got his glasses on. He's got everything. Just the name provokes me a little bit. And I love that. And I'm so it's really thought provoking. I'm excited to talk about your podcast, about your guest, about what your future plans are with it and what drove you to it. But before we get there, we got to do something that we always do with every one of our guests before we do anything else. There's always
before we ask our first questions, but we do want to make sure that everybody does know who it is that we have been brought here by. And
no doubt.
Car guys and car gals, we have been brought here by elite FI partners right up over here, right there. You see,
I'm trying
elite
to point
FI partners. They have also equipped us with a connection to the wise F&I crew, who's given us some great red giveaways to give away while we have this incredible
giveaways, folks.
There's a bottle
giveaways. It's got a bottle opener at the bottom. It's a nice Coleman. Got a little
sturdy mug. I kind of don't want to give this away.
Giveaways.
We want one for ourselves, but we're going to give these away tonight.
We will tonight, guys. So we'll get to that later.
We also have a couple other gifts that we want to get out there. But thank you, Elite FI Partners, for hooking us up.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
www.elitefipartners.com. Make sure you guys reach out to them there, man. They're amazing.
This has also been brought to you by another group of red thinkers, right? And that is the Think Ad Group. Thank you so much, Justin, Sarah, and Derek, for being incredible people. Evelyn, you all are just incredible people that we are so thankful to have relationships with, and so honored to have you on our team and championing the solutionaries that are rising up inside of the automotive industry and beyond. We're just so thankful to be partnered with them. Go to thinkadgroup.com if you want to get information about real true solutions. I'm not just saying it because we got any real duty as far as to say it. These are great people and we love them. You know what I mean? We don't have a relationship where we have to ever find ourselves in a position that owe somebody something. We want to see each other grow. And they do that.
We're growing together.
And see them grow. Watch them grow.
Love them.
You know
all,
what I mean?
Man.
So I know everybody gets, some people get a little awkward in those moments where we're talking about awesome people. But just know what this show is about is us making sure that we bring light to great solutionaries that are out there. So be aware, think, and be elite. And get ready to rock it in red tonight. Folks, we're talking about going to the next level, going to doing new things. And we want to hear about what it is that our friend David is doing, because he is going to the next level. He is thinking about going to places people have only dreamed, and I'm excited to hear about it tonight. Obviously, I'm just yakking about it, but we got to get on to
the best around, though,
questions
we all
from
know
you.
That. We expect that with Lou. Without that, the show would be nothing. It'd just be silence. But you know what? I'm just kidding. I am kidding. Lou is amazing, folks. He speaks from his heart, and you guys know that. And what he's doing right now, he's sharing his love with everybody. We have a team here on social media, and David's part of it. David knows who we're talking about.
That's right.
The Think Ad Group is an amazing group of people. The Think Tank is a network of people. Now, it's created by the Think Ad Group, but man, the Think Tank has put together people like Nexel, the Think Ad Group, Car Guy Coffee, all these other people, and they've done some amazing stuff. So we're excited to talk about them. But guess what? We have an amazing guest tonight, David Munford, Mr. Seeing Red himself. I love it. I'm excited, man. Get excited. Let's get pumped up. Folks, we're going to have to do the 3S before we go any further, though. One last thing, and then we're going to get into the mix, right? And what are the 3Fs, Lou?
They are to make sure that you always forgive, focus, and fly.
Yes,
no matter what it is that has gotten in your way, no matter what it is that's trying to hold you down, you have been forgiven, so forgive. You wipe the weight of unforgiveness off your shoulders. You utilize those hands that are now freed up for your focus, and you fly to heights that you could have never dreamt of until you trusted the leap of faith that it took for you to fly out. And then you keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. That's right. So car guys, car gals, join us. David Munford, the red glasses guy. Welcome. And let's forgive, focus, and fly together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive. Focus. Fly. And keep growing. Keep growing. Get
all right, man.
All right.
Welcome to the club. You are official Car Guy Cafe material now, my friend. So let's get it going. So we got a 5-liner we're going to do today. And the 5-liner is fun. It's a lot of fun. It's the questions that we're going to ask you. It's going to bring up your history. It's going to talk about how you got to where you got to, how you got to where you are today, and also why you got to where you are today. All right. So I'm excited about that. Let's get this thing going. The first question is my favorite question. It's the most important question to me. and it's your purpose, it's your why. When you wake up every single day, David, what is your driving force?
My driving force is to continue to make a difference in somebody's life, because I had that person. I had those people, but I never realized I had that in the past. And I want to be that person for somebody. I want to be somebody that doesn't fix anybody, but somebody that will listen to them and actually just sit there and let the person talk and listen, because we were given 2 ears and 1 mouth. So hey, we need to listen. We need to listen to our customers. We need to listen to everybody more than we need to talk. So that's my why.
Couldn't agree anymore. That's a great purpose to have. And let me ask you this, David. And the reason why that I'm going to ask you this is because that, to me, is a great reason to that's a great way to live. All right. That's to go out there and always be the person that's there for the people. Right. And that's what you are. When you're listening, you're there for them. That is an amazing way to be. And that's something that we believe in. Lou and I, we are totally about that. Matter of fact, our whole auto group is called the For the People Auto Group. That's what we do. We're for the people. We're the dealer for the people. And so that mentality is definitely ingrained in me. But let me ask you, that is a great reason to do that. But what drives you to do that? What hits you here? What makes you want to do that?
Probably what hits me in the heart is when I don't know, gosh, I want to say customer, but when somebody has an issue, I listen to them and they walk away with a smile on their face and not unhappy, or you can see they may have an issue, but by the time they leave, the fire is out. There, it may be smoldering a little bit. There may be a little bit of fire there, but they at least walk away happy. And you just create a customer for life that's going to come back for life, or someone that's going to come back to you for life.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's the why.
And that's a great why, because that all translates to every facet of your life, right? So, like when you're talking about your personal life, you could talk about that with your parents, with your siblings, with your cousins, with your whoever, your best friends, your enemy. All that stuff has to do with life. When you listen and you actually have empathy, and you seem like a very empathetic person. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell that you feel people in your heart. So when they tell you their story, you exude that, and you could almost be in that moment with them. And and that's something that I think a lot of great people have, that are people, right? And I think that's exactly what you are. So I'm really honored to have you here tonight, man. I'm pumped up about that.
Let me dig into that a little bit deeper on the
Yep.
why. So one thing that we were able to do training with our guys was to pull out of them their actual why. What are you here for work for? I'm here to get a paycheck. Well, why? When we're done chasing the money, when we're done giving our time at the job, when we're done dealing with the customers and turning their frowns upside down, right? When we're done taking a customer that's belligerent and making them into a believer, or being a fan of the dealership, or whatever department they're in, or whoever's selling them, right? When that's done, when we're finished doing that, there's something that we're sticking it out for. So we made sure that we focused on that and saying, hey, I'm doing all of these things because of this. This would be that why. This would be that target point. I'm going to persevere. I have a family. I have all of these things that I'm working towards. I have, in so many of those parts of our life where we get stuck doing our work. The thing that usually keeps us calibrated is understanding, hold on, I have a function, and this is the why I'm here. This is why I'm here. I'm taking that other up because I have the kids at home. I'm taking this other up because I have a commitment to take care of this. You know what I mean? What would be more of the why behind all of the layers that are all of the things that you accomplish and do? what would be the core reason why you stay focused on accomplishing all those things or going through all of that stuff? Why do you actually do what you do? Is that layered enough for you?
I love that.
Oh, wow. God. Because I treat my customers exactly the way I would want to be treated when they walk into the dealership, or I look at it as my house. That's where I live more than I live at my actual physical address. I live there more, so that's my home. I'm going to treat them exactly like they're walking to my house,
Yes.
or I'm going to treat them like they're my own family. I'm treating them like they're my parents, because that's how I was raised. I was raised to treat everybody with respect. I've called some people sir, and they're like, "Don't call me sir. That was my dad." I'm like, "I'm sorry. That's how I was raised." I treat everybody with respect, and that's my why.
Great. That's good, man. And I love that. And I love you, man. You're a great person, brother. I could tell that you have a great heart. I guarantee every one of your people that you service and you help at work in your life, they all when they come in and deal with you, they're like, "This guy did everything he could to help me out."
Oh God. Oh yeah.
So
you get a lot of. I mean, serious. You're one of those. You sound like one of the guys that get fed a lot. Like, so people are bringing you treats or gifts or sending you things. You know what I mean?
I've got. Even our general manager has a couple times. He said he's got calls from customers, like his customers that are like very high rolling high and board customers that says, "We only want to work with David. Is David going to be there today? Because we want him to serve. We want him to work on our cars."
That's awesome.
We don't want anybody to touch our cars. I'm like, okay.
No one but David. Listen, where's Mr. Red Glasses? If Mr. Red Glasses isn't around, I'm not doing this.
And I have some people do that.
I love it.
And that's why I wear the red glasses, because everybody, I didn't wear them one day, and people were like, "Where's your red glasses?" I'm like, "They're at home. I just didn't feel like wearing them." They're like, "No, we know who you are. We remember who the service advisor was because you have the red glasses." I'm like,
I mean, what if the thing that became the standard was you are not a real, true people person inside of the service department if you're not wearing the red glasses? What if it was the standard? That I mean, believe like that. That'd be pretty crazy.
That's the focus and
unless
flying.
you have the red glasses on.
You know,
I'm not coming.
Hey, so every dealerships are red glass certified, right?
Right.
Well, you got to see through these lenses to make sure that this is done right.
Hey.
So, hey, maybe we just started something, man. Hey,
like El Patron, he had the glasses at his event at the Game Changer conference, right? Yeah. They had the blue glasses.
Yeah, they were like lighting up around them.
But this would be what the service techs would have. If you haven't had the red glass certified. What is that?
Red glass certified.
All right. So all right, let's get into number 2. Let's get to this next question. Because we probably want to know, of course, everybody's going to want a little bit of an understanding of how you got to where it is that you are and what brought you to the automotive industry, especially a car guy that, wants to know about the car guy that is, on the Car Guy Coffee podcast tonight. Tell us about how you got involved in the business, what it is that you do. What's up, everybody that's in the cafe, by the way?
What got me here is about 4 years prior to the industry. I was working at Amazon for 4.5 years. Did not have a life. Did not see. Me and my wife were dating at the time. I was not seeing her at all. We were like working totally 2 different shifts. I was not seeing her. We were not even having a relationship. We weren't even having a anything, because I was working, or I'd try to go home, go to bed, and I wasn't seeing her. So I left there and went to. I've always liked kind of working on cars a little bit, or trying to do what I can. So I went and worked at Valvoline for a year. Still didn't have a life even there, and then that year was like the hardest year. I think, we were married when I was there, and my marriage was was on the rocks, hardcore on the rocks for about a year. And we were kind of like, okay, what's going on? And I know I needed to move closer to home because I was working in Chattanooga, and between where I lived and in Chattanooga, I had almost an hour to my drive every day. So I needed to move closer to home.
Yep.
And I totally forgot that I was looking for something closer to home, maybe around here that I could work. I could stick with the automotive industry, look for a couple quick lubes around, and totally forgot I put in a application at let me stop here. What I say from here is my opinion, is all me. This is my experience.
Of course. Everything that we're saying is your
100%.
opinion.
Yeah, this is all you.
This is all me. So I just want to just put that out there. And so I put in an application at Toyota, and I called somebody. They said, well, if they're interested in you, it'll hit the service manager's desk, and they'll say you'll hear back in a couple weeks. I was like, okay. So a couple weeks later, I got a phone call. Didn't know who it was. I screened my phone for safety reasons. They left a voicemail, and there was a service manager said, hey, could you come in for an interview? I was like, yeah. So I called him back and said, hey, I can be there in 20 minutes. He's like, no. He said, hey, it's lunchtime. Just wait till 2:00 and come in. So I went in for the interview, and I was sitting in like the lounge area, and this real nice guy dressed up guy comes out and says, are you here to get your car worked on or interview? I said, I'm actually here for an interview. He said, oh, we didn't know what you look like. Come on back. So I walk into service manager's office, and he introduced me to the service manager. Service manager talks about how long he's been there. Our service manager has been there for 35 years as a service manager. So, and then our parts manager is a female. I think she's been there for, I can't remember how long she's been there. She's been there a while. And then they were like, well, do you know who the guy is sitting behind you on the couch? And the guy was kind of leaned back on the couch. I was like, no, I have no clue. He said, this is the owner of the company. and I was like, oh, I think I said, okay, this just got real as a job interview. And that kind of just broke the ice. And when they found out that the experience I had with Valvoline and how hardcore I was at working, they offered me the job. And I started as a tech for just a couple months, not very long. And several times during the day while I was working, I would hear people say, hey, you need to keep doing what you're doing. You need to know they're watching you, and the owner's watching you too. I was like, okay, well, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm just working. I'm a hard worker anyways. So some things was changing in the service drive. They called me back in the office, and they were like, they're like, do you know what a service advisor is? I was like, yeah, I know a little bit. And I told them what I knew about having to help customers, how to do that. They're like, yeah, you know the job. They're like, we want to offer you a service advisor position. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
why not? Go for it.
Why not? I mean, why not? So they started me as the TXM service advisor, which is the quick loop service advisor, just in layman's terms. And I did that for about a year and a half, almost a year and a half. And then they moved me to a regular, as of right now, I'm a regular service advisor, which I'm writing up everything. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm loving
busy right there. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Because what that does is you become more interactive with people. As a when you're working on vehicles, it's a fun job, if you own your own shop, because you get to deal with individuals, right? But when you're working in a line, you're just getting the vehicles dropped off to you. And every once in a while you get a client that walks in. But for you, now you get a chance to sit down, listen to the people's stories, see exactly what their thoughts are about a vehicle. This way, when you give them the reason why their vehicle has issues, you could give it to them in a softer, easier way that they can understand. Because what you did and what you do is build rapport. And that is so core in all sales, okay? Building rapport, finding a common ground, getting them to laugh, getting them to relax their shoulders, getting them to feel like that you truly care. You do that, and you do that really well. And I could tell that you have passion for that. So that passion, I'm gonna tell you, is why I love sales. That exact reason that you have a why, what you do, and all these things that where you're getting to now, is exactly why I do sales, because it's the money. It comes, man, and I'm gonna tell you, it'll come if you put consistency in your life, and you work hard, and you do the right thing, man. You know, that's the thing about life. But I'm telling you, it's that feeling you get when somebody takes your hand at the end of the deal and they look you in the eyes and they say, "Man, I really appreciate everything you did for me today. I usually come in here and I hate coming in places like this, but you made it feel like it was something I could do again and not even worry about it."
Oh yeah, I have customers like that all the time.
Yeah,
like
man.
I just had today's Sunday. I think it was, what day did we finally get it done? I think it was it Friday? Either Thursday or Friday. I had a customer. Oh my gosh, that it felt like it felt like a 3 weeks that we were dealing with him, but it was only 10 days that we actually had his car in the shop. But because we took the time to make sure it was done correctly, and we called the warranty in. By the time he left, he came in very upset, very, very, very upset.
Mm-hmm.
And then within the 10 days of him coming in and me staying, pretty much talking to him every day, updating him every day what was going on, and showing him the notes of what was going on. By the time he left, he said, "I will be coming back to see you." He said,
"Boom," and that's the best feeling in the world, you know. And great job, kudos to you for that. You know what I want to do really quick before we get any further, folks. I want to bring out the comments that everybody's been throwing out here. We haven't had a chance to bring those up. I do appreciate everyone for coming in, watching, and tuning in to my podcast with David Munford, Mr. Host of Seeing Red himself, folks. I'm excited. I don't see how this guy ever sees red. He's always seems like
he's always so nice
and just happy, right?
He's transforming the way
we're gonna get into that a little bit more. So, hi guys, Michelle, what's up, my friend? Terry, what's up, Terry? Man, Terry, you're awesome, brother. I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate your continual support of this and the way you always there, man.
Terry,
and then Jason, she's tagging some
car
friends
guys
out there.
Car
there
gals.
You go. I appreciate you, Michelle. You're the best. Let's see, we got. Oh God! Every time I hear his comments, I'm always hungry. I'm like, oh my goodness. Thank you, Kenneth, man. You are a gentleman and a scholar, and really, folks, he is a scholar. I looked at his profile. I was like, whoa, wow. Thank you very much for being here, Kendrick. Oh man, Kendrick, you are a very, very nice young man. I appreciate you always coming on here and supporting us.
Awesome.
Michael Landis, as always.
What's up, Michael?
We are doing well. Appreciate you for coming in. Now, Michelle says the mug is the bomb. I'm assuming you mean the ones that we're giving away.
These are two.
These are the bomb.
These are two.
Also, they're red. They go good with his glasses, right?
I need one of those.
Bing bong.
Yes, no doubt. And then, of course, we got Joseph Perez. Now, Joseph, I've talked to Lou. We do want to connect with you. We will connect with you very soon, my friend. We needed to get on a phone call and talk some business, man. I got some great ideas
and solutions.
And I appreciate you reaching out to us, Joseph. Thanks for coming on tonight. And then, of course, we got G-Man himself, Jason.
Mr. Nexel.
Yeah, Mr. Nexel himself.
Whoa. Hold on. Where's it at?
Whoa. Hold on. Get it up there.
Hold on.
Oh, I can't do it until. Hold on. Bring that.
Ready? And
hold on.
Ready?
Whoa. All right.
Okay.
So, all right. So, Jason, you aren't just a service advisor. You are so much more than that. You take customers' lives in your hands. Such a strong relationship you can build with. Hey, and Jason's right. And you know what?
Exactly.
The Nexel app, if you know anything about that, would work wonderful for you too, because it's something that can help you do follow-up, send out messages to people. I'm sure you're doing something similar, but this is a beautiful thing. We can talk about that some more. Yeah. And let's get back to Mr. David. Oh, hold on. We got a few more. Hold on. I didn't even see these in here. DJ said hi. I just talked to DJ on the phone the other day. Great combo, man. I appreciate you calling, man. Oh, there it is.
Ooh,
C. I mean, yes.
Ooh,
yeah, what's up?
Look at this guy. Yakum coming
They go good with Car Guy Coffee.
If they would.
Sorry for delay. I was editing my book. I can't wait to read it, my friend. And then look at this dude.
Look at the legend himself.
The legend.
Yakum. Johnny Cantley.
Johnny Cantley actually started in the business right when Lou
Yes.
started in the business. So it was and I was there for about a year. So we all were on the same floor. And man,
We were in the same class together. You would call
yeah,
it.
we could say we
It
were
was
all
like
in the
a
same
month
class.
before.
We went through college at the same time, car college. Yeah, it was fun. Great time, man. Great people. Good times.
Legend.
So
Love him. Love you, Johnny.
question for Jason: how many customers do you handle in a day?
Ooh.
It's a bonus.
Is he?
It's a
Oh,
bonus
I think.
question.
Are you meaning Jason, or are you talking about David? I'm assuming you meaning David there. And Jason says big arms. I'm sure he's meaning that. So, how many customers do you handle in a day on average? That's a good question.
On average, it kind of went down a little bit for a little while. It's back up now. I'm hitting about 15
Okay,
15 to 20.
that's a good day. And
Yeah,
and that's amazing. And I'm kudos to you. Stay busy. Hopefully, that keeps you even busier. I'm sure that's a great reward to be able to do is talk to that many people in a day and help that many people. So great job, man. That's awesome. So really, my next question for you is gonna come back to your podcast. I kind of want to bring that up. So I know that you were working at Amazon. You felt like that you were stuck stuck. Like you're like, okay, I need to do something else, right? So
I sold my soul to the devil.
you were like, I love the car business. I want to get into this. I love working on vehicles. So I'm going to learn how to work on vehicles. And then it turned you into a service advisor. So that being said, I know you told me a little bit about your story of, with the quick loop side of it, how you're doing all that. And it's what you're loving. But right now you started a new podcast, Seeing Red, folks. I love it. The glasses go with it, but I actually love the name of it. So my question is going to be, it's kind of be almost a 2-layered question. Lou usually does like a 10-layer cake. I'm going to do a 2-layer one. Okay. First question I got for you. It's going to be basically what inspired you to start the podcast, and number 2, how'd you come up with the name?
How I got started is in April when the pandemic hit like strong here. I wasn't making any money, so I took a voluntary layoff from work. They allowed me to take a voluntary layoff. Sure. And I was off work for 8 weeks. And while I was off, I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Sitting at home because I have to be doing something. And I got involved in LinkedIn and started jumping on LinkedIn Live, sharing my personal side of the story. And then I got involved with who was it? I think I got involved with Gene Girdley and Dave Floyd and all the guys on the Fixed Op Mastermind group, and
great people, and
got involved in that. Which I apologize, guys. I need to get back to that Fixed Op Mastermind. It's kind of crazy, been crazy for me to be there, but I started. So I was like, what am I going? I want to learn while I'm not at home, while I'm sitting at home. I need to learn something. I need to do something to help me with my job when I get back to the service advisor. So I went up there to visit, and I asked the service manager and the owner. I was like, hey, I have this opportunity where I can join a Fixed Op Mastermind group for the automotive industry. I'm using my personal email address. It's not anything associated with the dealership. It's just totally me. It would help me learn how to be a better service advisor. And I left it at that. And the owner was about to walk out the door, and he stopped and he turned around. And he was like, "What did you just say?" I said, "I'm going to be involved. I want to be involved in the Fixed Op Mastermind group for automotive industry to help me learn to be a better service advisor." He's like, "I've never had anybody ever ask me that question." He said, "You use your personal email, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, I can't say no." He said,
"Sure can't."
He said, "I can't say no to you, so go do it." So that's what I did there. That's how I got there. And
abracadabra, it happens.
It's helped me be a better service advisor. And a lot of the other guys here lately, they're like, how did you do this? I was like, well, I kind of get up and work. I kind of don't sit behind my desk when a customer rolls in. I kind of greet that customer before you guys can.
Wow. Wow. Yep. I mean, he goes at it, and that's guys, gals, and those of you that are watching, listening, or hearing this in whatever form that you're hearing it in. Again, this is standard solutionary serum.
Thank you very
the
much.
Syrup
I love
that
it.
helps to sweeten the deals that you're going through each and every day. You have relationships that you're making with your customers. You have relationships that you're making with your work family. Right? He explains that similar to most other car guys and gals, that they're there for many, many hours a day, and
more than they are at home. So it is his home, right?
So important that you build those relationships, right? Because that's at the end what you're going to value most. You're not going to have many memories where you're saying, man, that one paycheck really, you're not going to be sitting there thinking of those memories. You're going to be thinking of those laughs. You're going to be thinking of those victories where you helped people, where you if you're a football player and you had great wins, if you're a teacher and you've seen some great successes, if you're a mechanic and you've had some great fixes, or you've seen some great cars, or you've built some great projects, and if you're a salesperson and you found a way to help many people, it's those conversations and those relationships that in the end you have that value with. And what he is starting to be able to see is what many people are starting to find out and get, is that there's relationships that are just a couple of clicks away from you being able to connect to so many like-minded people inside of the same world that you're in, all throughout digital land. Gabe watched us while we were on the think tank, and I think it was maybe 2-3 weeks ago, but just sitting there and talking, all the encouragement and all the great stuff that we were doing inside of that conversation. He was like, man, that's really awesome that you have like-minded people to sit there and share good news with, and that's pretty, because he's been able to sit on the show sometimes with us. We've had Nick on there, but it's been fun to be able to see that. But you can connect to them, and there's nothing stopping you. Your owner can't tell you anything when it comes to what you do with your own personal digital world, unless it affects their business. That's why it was key. You're not using the work email, but there's something to be said there for so many other people. If you're looking for a way to improve, well, you don't have an excuse for being able to find the resource for what you want to improve in. If I want to learn how to make chicken fried rice on a hibachi grill, I can know how to do that at, borderline expert level, just watching a YouTube video many times, right? Or if I want to find a way to have effective processes inside of my finance department, I can listen to incredible subprime heroes out there and find out what could be effective things for that department that I'm working in. And if I want to eventually learn things inside of a service drive like you, and I can tap into a mastermind group where you happen to be in there sharing some of your tools, and I can pick up some nuggets that I can take to my work that nobody was at work to give me. Sometimes there aren't those resources from within. You've already maxed out all that you have within. You have to take new, fresh water in, new, fresh ingredients into the kitchen. You know what I mean? If you're ever going to produce something new, otherwise it's going to be the same old. And one thing that we can all agree on is that the evolution of service is constantly growing. We can always find a way to help people better. And that's so important for us to continue to work on. And you're doing a great job at it. I mean, and I think we only got T-minus 2 questions to go on this 5-liner. But I mean, this is the stuff that people need to be getting when they're listening to
there was a second
like
part.
There's a second part to that. What got me started on my own podcast is I've done, as of I should have made my note, updated my note before this tonight. But I think with this one, since April, I've only been doing this since April 7th, so it's not, I haven't been doing it long at all. I think this is about the 20th podcast or 20th different show I've been on talking about my journey. And what started my own is somebody told me, they're like, you need to start your own podcast. It's like, you've done so many. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You've been given the opportunity. Now you need to in turn give people the opportunity to share their stories.
I
So that's
agree.
what started it, and
Wow. Okay.
the red glasses is I was thinking about I'd thrown around a different name because I love drinking coffee, and somebody said, well, you should do coffee, what was it, encouragement and coffee with David. I was like, okay. Well, I did a podcast with Nicole Ruse about branding and about the Carmen automotive stuff, and she looked at me with the red glasses. She's like, when we got off the thing, she's like, have you ever thought about seeing red with David Munford? I was like, no, I never that never even came across. She said, do you wear your red glasses all the time? I was like, yeah, I do wear my red glasses all the time. And she's like, that's your branding. That's what people know you as. She said, your podcast needs to be Seeing Red with David. So she's the one that she created that logo for me about 30, I think it was like about 30 minutes after our call, or like maybe the next day after our call, I had an email. She said, when we got off the call, she said, I'm gonna draw you up a logo for your podcast. And
wow,
that's how it started. And that was it.
Man, congratulations on that. What a cool story, and it's a really cool name. You're like, it's like, because you're the complete opposite. You're not one that sees through your glasses and sees red. When you think the word seeing red, it could be like
expecting somebody to be.
But what I like about it, it's such a cool opposite that it's like, when you're seeing red, you need to listen to David, right?
But do you know what the color red stands for?
Well,
really,
assuming you're going to tell us.
Tell
me something. Tell me something good.
What my podcast is I'm a loving person. It's hardworking. It's life. It's health. It's vitality. That's what I am. That's what I love people. I'm a people person. I love on anybody.
Yes.
So that's what my podcast is. That it's like giving somebody that may not have life, that may feel like they're down and out, because I was down and out. I was down for 5 years. I want to give somebody life. I want to bring somebody back up to say, hey, you may be down. You may be having a bad day, but you can come back from it. You can be successful. You can pull yourself up.
Oh yeah, and you're exactly what you're talking about, right? And it's just so much left, and we are all so early in this like game of life. We're young. Mm-hmm. We have so much time to just do whatever we want to do. But the thing is that you have to stay focused on what you want. You got to see through some glasses that are keep you on that 2020 vision, right? We're in 2020 right now. And there's a lot of reasons that people could be like, this year sucked. But you could also, and I get it, man. It's been sad for some people. I know there's been a lot of loved ones that have been lost because of COVID, and it's been affected a lot of people's businesses. I feel bad for all those people. Don't get me wrong. But folks, even those people who are in those right now, if you lost your business, I promise you, if you keep your head up and you keep grinding and you keep working hard and you stay focused, you will come back, and you'll come back stronger than ever, because you learned something there, and you'll be prepared next time, right? So, but here's the thing, that's a great thing to do, and I'm real excited about all that. And I'm going to pass the mic over here to Lou.
Yeah, let's hit on a couple things real quick, because we did ask, or you asked the question about red. What does the color red mean? Well, for those of you that are looking up definitions of colors, I do believe that everything has its meaning. Everything has a purpose, but inside of the color, the red has a range of symbolic meanings, including life, health, vigor, war, courage, anger, love, and religious fervor. The common thread is that all of these require passion, and the life force that drives passion is blood, and blood is red. So
only when it's mixed with oxygen outside.
But speaking of that, we do want to wish happy birthday to Next Sales' own Ashley. I know you're Ashley. Happy birthday, Ashley. Happy birthday. But happy birthday, Ashley. we are so thankful that we get somebody to connect us to incredible tools like the Nextel app. Again,
Well,
it's something that I think would be great inside of a service lane.
You're right.
And it's just great inside of anybody's hand that's trying
Dapper.
to further their business with going forward with the Nextel. Again, not just giving another plug for great people,
You
but
got to plug 'em.
Ashley is incredible.
Ashley,
And,
happy
we're
birthday.
so
You are
thankful for
amazing,
them
especially for
out
putting
there.
up with Jason. I don't know how you do it,
Yes.
but you're doing a great job and you do it with love. So we love you back for it.
You
So
are very
Jason
patient
needs
one.
you.
I love it. I love it.
So
I love it.
happy birthday.
It's so
All
awesome.
right, so
But man, seeing red. What an incredible concept, because it
I love
is
the name.
taking and flipping a what would be a negative term, turning it into a positive, finding a way to help people to build those encouraging moments, because at the heart, it's still what you're doing. You're having a cup of coffee and a conversation and trying to find a way to be an
Yeah.
and that's at the heart, of course, of what it is that we love to do too. That's why we're doing this here together. So inside of all that, I'd like to know, when making the connections inside of life, and you're going through finding these paths and these directions, who is it that would be the most influential person to you as you make these turns inside of life? Who is it that you would actually say is the ones that would actually, you'd say, man, if I didn't have this person at this pivoted time in my life, I don't know if I'd be exactly where it is that I am. Who would you say would be the most pivotal person in your life? That's said correctly. It's a great profile shot. The glasses. I was serious. That'd be great to have. Can you hold that one more time? We got to smile at the camera so we can use this for the cover. Turn one more time. 1, 2, and just smile. Nice. All right, that's perfect. We're probably going to use that.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try not to go too deep here.
Hey, you're on the Car Guy Coffee podcast, folks. We get
that's how
deep.
Lou likes it.
Okay. Well, then I'll go deep, because I said it this morning on the LinkedIn Live. I was with Gabriel Lill and Chantel Sumis and Jason, the XXO connection. I was on there this morning talking about my past and everything. I wouldn't be here today if, like, my LinkedIn profile is a picture of my family.
Yes,
and I would not be where I'm at today if it was not for everybody in that picture. Because yes, I put them through some hell for 5 years, and when I moved back home at age 30, the past 10 years, 10 years, they rallied around me and brought me back to where I am today. And that's the turning point. That was a turning point in my life, when I was able to go back home and be able to live with my parents when I did not have anywhere else to go. And I was able to learn what I had and how fortunate I am to have what I have, and where I've come in the last 10 years. I can't even begin to say how blessed I am.
Man,
and how like even through the pandemic, me and my wife were able to buy a house. How did this happen? One of our cars, literally, I had to pull the old Yeller on it and just go ahead and let it go. We were able to buy not a brand new car, but a 2012 Lexus RX 350, with 95,000 miles on it. Like, how did we ever do that?
I love how you do that.
I can't believe. I was like, how can we do that? Everything I look back on it.
That's awesome, man. What a great year. 2020 has been amazing. I love that. It's Thanksgiving week, folks.
Yeah.
It's so much stuff to be thankful for. You all need to sit down. Everybody out there, you all need to sit down and think about what you are thankful for. And there's so much to be thankful for. I don't care if you think it's the worst year. I promise you, if you sit down and you reflect, and if you're watching this show right now, I know you have things to be thankful for.
Yeah.
So much to be thankful for.
I'm thankful. I'm thankful for all the connections I've met since April.
For real.
Because a lot of these people are like family.
No doubt. Exactly.
It's family. I mean, it's like
Familia.
I've talked to people all like I think next week, even going back on the podcast. I think it's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday night. I'm actually. I need to double check that. Yeah, it's Tuesday night. I'm going international with Sing Red with David. I'm having my first guest from Australia or it's either Australia or United Kingdom. I'm going international Tuesday night.
Who's your guest?
Her name is Annie Gibbons.
Annie Gibbons.
Yep. And then I'm going international Tuesday night.
International, baby. Mr. Worldwide. Over here.
Worldwide.
It's going
His
worldwide.
name is David.
So I mean,
worldwide.
I'm blessed with everything, with all this. I mean,
No, dude, I'm so happy for you.
That's huge.
I'm pumped up for you, and I cannot wait to see this show that you're talking about. It's going to be great. We're really blessed to have you here, man. We're really excited to have you here once again. You are a great soul. I've laughed. You've made me laugh a few times with some of your stories.
I got choked up.
I literally, man. I mean, I teared up for a second there. So
I teared up for a while.
You definitely are bringing it tonight, man. I appreciate that. And I know that you were excited to be here. I know I'm excited to have you here. So, 5th question of the night. It's gonna have to do basically because it's Thanksgiving week. I'm gonna change the word that I usually use. We usually use it's your greatest reward to what are you most thankful for in your life?
oh my gosh.
For all the things that you've been through in your life, what are you most
That's a
thankful
one
for?
layer of bam
Right in your mouth.
It's such a heavy. Oh man, that's just a big blow, right? Yeah, get you some of that.
I'm thankful my wife didn't leave me when I cheated on her before we got married, because she stuck it out with me, and she has helped me stay centered through everything I've been. We've been married we've been together like 10 years, but we've been married 5 years in April.
Wow.
But she's the grounding she's the rock solid person that everything I've been through, everything I've went through in the past, and everything I've been through, she has been there right beside me through every bit of it. And she has been the biggest encouragement with the podcast I've been on. She understands. She knows this is my hobby, my therapy sessions, my this is what I love doing. And she's like, at one point she looked at me, she said, okay, you've got to slow down, because I was going nuts one weekend. She's like, you can do like one a week.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be where I'm at without her. I wouldn't be able to do it.
And I tell you what, that's a great answer.
Right in there.
Not just because it's your wife, because I could tell it's honest, and it's true from your heart. And we all need that in our lives. Some of us have it through our wives. I know that Lou does. I do also. My wife is my ground. She's the same way with me. She's what keeps me balanced. She keeps me floating the way I need to go.
Forgiven much as well.
Yeah,
So.
she gives me like, that word I always use. It's accountability. So, and she does. And it's really nice to have that. And it's somebody that I can do that with the rest of my life and know I could trust 100%. So you're very fortunate to have that. It's great that you honored her, that you're so thankful for her. I know that, it's Thanksgiving week, and what other way but to honor the person that means the most to you, your wife. And that's somebody you got to choose, it's saying like family is family. We all love our family, the ones that are blood, right? And then there's the ones that we choose. And the ones that we choose, man, it makes it even more powerful because that's the one that you chose for life. So congratulations to you on that, my friend. And
Well, and my mom also told me that if we ever break up or if we ever get divorced or anything like that, she said, you need to realize she's going to be in your life for the rest of your life. So you can either like it or lump it. So I'm kind of stuck.
Love the one you're with.
Because sometimes I'm like, I feel like, who's the kid here? Am I the child or is she the child here? Because my mom, I'm very thankful that she gets along with my parents too. That makes it so much easier.
Absolutely.
it does, man. I
So
feel
key.
I'm very fortunate with that myself. So congratulations on that. That's the 5-liner, my
I
friend.
mean, we got that all out there. I mean, so thankful that we've had the opportunity to just grind a great conversation with a car guy that's finding a way to solve
Man,
problems, folks. The importance of making sure that we make the right connections from the sales to the service side is so key right now. The customers are being put into a different way of having to learn how to buy things, shop for things, be in public. You're having to figure it out when you go to get a gallon of milk, when you go to get whatever, when you go to buy a pair of shoes, when you go shopping for clothes. Everything has changed about the way that we approach doing commerce in America and worldwide. And so, with that, understand your customers are still trying to figure out how to navigate doing big purchases along with spending lots of time places. And the one thing about the car business that everybody has tried to and is consistently trying to chop away at, it's the time that a customer has to spend at the actual dealership getting their problem solved. And from sales to service, we're trying to make those connections happen. And we're so thankful that we get the chance to touch and speak to the different minds that are out there that are making those relationships happen with customers. Again, there's so much to dig into. And we want to spend more time doing so, but make sure that you're trying to find a way. There's so many key things that David brought up. Again, the biggest takeaway I would encourage you all to take from this 5-liner is that he is somebody that is finding solutions because he's looking for them. He is gainfully seeking a way to help people, and he's reaching outside of the box, and it's helping him to see red and see solutions.
It's not that common. His owner literally said, "What? No one's ever
Even
said
the general manager
The
like,
general manager.
when I told him what was going on, he was like, he even said, I've never had anybody do that. And then there was one day where I had an issue with sales not explaining to the new customer about what's going to happen. And I went to him and I said, hey, can I say something to service one day? He was like, yeah, if you want to. I was like, if you let me, I would love to. He even said in front of the service department, he said, this is the first time I've ever had any service advisor step up with the gumption and say, listen, do you guys understand what we're doing, how to do it, how to explain to the customers? Because I had customers extremely upset, not knowing what's going on. So I take it like it's my own business inside a business.
No doubt.
Right.
You know what you are, my friend?
We echo that.
You're a Jedi.
Yes, you are.
I had to sell it out there. I saw the Star Wars shirt on. Shout out to Star Wars, my friends. I love the Jedi way. That's how I do. That's how I sell cars. You will buy this vehicle.
This is the best.
Right? So,
But man,
you will buy this service.
yes.
Well, you are 100% Car Guy Coffee approved. And we are so thankful that we have been seeing red here on the Car Guy Coffee podcast. Car guys and car gals, make sure that you share this around. If you actually want to get entered into winning a couple of these cups, you need to do us a favor real quick, and you need to tag at least 5 car guys or 5 car gals, mix, match, however it is that you want to get entered in for getting these. 1 comment, 5 or more. That will be what puts you into the drawing for that. Car guys, car gals, you can go to carguycoffee.com to get something to put inside of your cup, or
You know what you need in there.
some of this inspiration
Some good
action
swag
on,
out there, folks.
and whatever it is that you're doing, whatever challenges that you're facing, we encourage you to make sure that you do try to find a way to continue to help overcome the problems, help the person that you're with, make connections with people like David, we're so thankful that he has a heart that's for people. But folks, it's something that we want to make sure, and he wants to make sure that we inspire inside of you. We connect you to the thing that makes you jump up and go attack your day in a way that says that there is a joyful heart that you have when you help people. And we want to make sure that we're living that out on a consistent basis. I mean, I'm just pumped up. It makes me want to dance. I want to go on having a great day. Speaking of dancing, Freddie, if it does that the top two buttons right there, we can go do the Cholo challenge real quick. You know what I'm saying? Get that going on. Boom,
This is
boom,
not a
boom,
cultural
boom.
appropriation, though, man. It makes me feel a little wrong.
It's okay. Well,
But so,
well,
you
I'm
know,
Mexican,
Polo.
so you can do it.
So
We were watching Lou Diamond Phillips, me and G yesterday. He was like, "Yo, what was your school like that?" I was like, "Well, that's L.A., but a lot of things are kind of similar in the way that things were. But either way, car guys, car gals. That's just a little
That's
extra,
little
having a little fun.
extra. A little sprinkle on top,
Throw some of
a
that.
little
on
nutmeg.
Get yourself. Car guys, we're just so thankful that we had. Thank you, everybody that's been in here tonight.
Yes,
Happy Thanksgiving
man. Happy
to you all.
Thanksgiving
This is
to
going to
you
be
all.
an incredible short week before we get the chance to get around a table. Make sure that when you are getting around a table, you are brewing solutions. You're not percolating problems. You're not talking about the problems of this world. Listen, wherever you are, I'm telling you, wherever you are designed to be a solution to the problems that are facing that world around you. So impact it accordingly, approach it accordingly, speak accordingly. If there's darkness around you, it's because it needs to be vanquished by your light.
You know the quickest way to get rid of darkness? Just throw light in there real quick.
That's right.
Just a little light. One little itty bitty light illuminates a whole room. You guys seen that? Turn on your phone light when you're in your room at night. How great does that help? Like it's completely pitch dark. You turn your phone light on. Bing. Oh man, I can see. So be aware of that, folks. There's light all around you. The little bit of light that you have sometimes is enough to shine and share with a lot of people.
That's right.
And what that does is it becomes multiplied. And the more it multiplies, the more light that becomes. So don't be scared of the dark. The dark's there just to test you. Don't be scared of it. Be excited about it, because when that dark comes, you know there's going to be tons of light on the other side of that. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Remember that saying, light at the end of the tunnel.
And I'm going to add to that. Be the light in the tunnel. Telling y'all that. Be the light that's in the tunnel.
He moonwalked back in the tunnel and said, no.
Said, I'm not waiting to get to
Shiny
the end
glove
of the tunnel.
and everything.
Right now, I'm going to shine away to that light. I'm going to help shine the way. That's what you solutionaries are designed to do. Okay, if it's dark around you, it means you're supposed to turn on your light. And you have no excuses. Make moves or make excuses. And if you're making excuses, well, you're not brewing solutions.
Michelle is definitely in wanting to try to get this cup. She's like, Michael, she's
Bam,
like,
bam, bam,
man, that
bam,
makes
bam,
five,
bam.
fool. All right, I hear you,
Okay, we
Michelle.
got
I
one. I
appreciate
know
you.
we got one from Michelle.
You're getting one. We're just
Yeah.
going to give you one. You just get it just because you're the first one, and I appreciate you. You're always here. You're the best,
That's
Michelle.
right.
Thank
That's
you so
right.
much.
And for any of you car guys out there that like a nice polo from Callaway and are size large, go ahead and just put a shirt emoji inside of the comment box, and you can get you a fresh one of these from Wise F&I.
It's a Callaway golf
It's a nice
shirt.
one.
It says Wise
It's a
F&I
good
on
one.
it. It's very pretty.
Right.
Very nice.
But we're giving it away because we're hanging out with our Seeing in Red guy, and we're having so much fun. But again, guys, gals, Richie Bello, welcome.
We love you guys. I
Love
Richie.
Richie. Love Richie. My Cuban brother. Get you some. Car guys, car gals, thank you again for being with us. David, we honor you. Thank you, sir. Everybody, forgive, focus, fly. Approach this week with intention to brew solutions.
Yeah.
I am Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Frelin Arts, the subprime hero.
And you have been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast with Seeing Red podcast host himself, Mr.
David Munford. Not to be mistaken with Mumford & Sons. All right, so no. Any relation though? No, I'm just
No, no.
possibly.
Possibly.
But hey,
Thank you.
man, it was an honor to have you on here tonight. Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem. No problem.
All right. Well, if you ever need anything, you know where to get us.
Yeah.
www.carguycoffee.com.
Get you some of that.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night.
Seriously, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Focus. Fly. Keep growing. Oh, yes, folks, man.
We're wrapping up.
We're wrapping it up, but man, great night, folks. If you guys didn't get that passion, if you didn't feel how much David loves doing what he does, then I don't know what you were watching, what you were seeing. I laughed, I had fun, I felt his pain. I love that he was so open about his relationship with his wife, about the what he did before he got married. He kept it super real. When you keep things real, the more things are going to come to you, because the more you put up walls and you hide yourself, the more that people are going to be rejected by you. They're going to reject you, I should say, right? So don't let people reject you. Be honest with them. You'll be surprised how many people open up their arms to you. And I can appreciate that, David. You're always going to be somebody that if you ever need to reach out, you know how to get a hold of me. Stay back there. He's back in the he's in a back room right now in the green room waiting for us. We're going to talk to him after we're done with this. Have a quick combo with him. But folks, I just wanted to throw a little bit of love back out to you. Once again, be the light. Find that light. It's so much light out in this world. I love this world. You guys need to love this world. Thanksgiving is coming around the corner. Love it. Tuesday morning, we're going to have a special guest. I'm not going to announce it right now. I'll probably announce it tomorrow, but it's going to be a good one, like they always are. I tell you what, man, these brews are amazing.
We ain't spilling the beans.
I'm not spilling the beans yet.
But speaking of beans, folks, there's a lot of big things that are going on and that are brewing. We want to encourage you to, during this season, start really focusing on what it is that you are thankful for inside of your business, and make that be the culture that you take on for the rest of the entire next year and every day of your life. There shouldn't be a spot where you only have this 1 week where you think about what you're grateful for. This should be a lifestyle. It should be very easy for you to turn up those emotions. And because there's so much that we are grateful for, we are in a posture where we want to start giving out so much information and sharing so much of the knowledge that we've been able to gain from so many of the incredible people that we've been talking to. And it can help you have business consistent, where you don't have to worry about pandemics. You don't have to worry about what other people do concerning your business. You can always know that you are doing what it takes to build preset upon preset, a business upon business, to build yourself up to that next level that you want to go to. And we have ways to help it out. So just understand that, hear that. I'm just making deposits inside of your mind, inside of your heart for now, to know that things are coming, but be seeking. If there's anything, again, I want you to take your to-go cup for on this. It's that David reached out to people and he wanted to learn more. And that's how he got involved in the social media world. And he was able to grab on to just different resources that fed him what he wasn't getting fed at work. And you all have the same capabilities to do so. There's no excuses. Don't make any excuses. Brew solutions. Whoa.
Yes.
Yes.
Man. Hooah.
Whoa.
Hooah.
Get you some.
Whoa.
Whoa. Car guys, thank you again for joining us tonight. We're going to get back there, talk with David a little bit more.
Oh, man, we appreciate you guys. Thank you very
so
much
for tuning in.
Boom, boom, boom. You guys crush it next week. We'll see you Tuesday morning with our new special guest. Let's brew. Holla.